Hey everyone, welcome back to Care Fiction. I'm your host Subhankar. The enigmatic religious sisterhood known as the Bene Gesserit, in subtle and unthinkable ways, are responsible for a lot of things that go around in the Dune universe. Some of their abilities are unimaginable, and the voice is definitely a fascinating one among those. So what exactly is the voice? Let's find out. If you haven't watched Dune yet, there will be minor spoilers. We get the first taste of the voice in the scene where Reverend Mother Gaius Muhaim meets Paul Atreides before the Gomzabar test, and then at the escape sequence in the Ornithopter. In simple terms, with the voice, one can command someone to carry out their will. Now, we also use our own voice to command, but when it comes to unquestionable things, we are not always willing. But with the voice, there is no escape. In the novels, Frank Herbert didn't quite explain what the voice is, and instead uses it sparingly. But if one had to guess, it is an audio neuro control mechanism that enables the user to achieve complete control over a receiver. This happens by means of speech manipulation in terms of vocal tones. It is to be noted that only the Bene Gesserit members can use this because it is an extremely difficult ability to master and it takes years of training. The voice is dependent on three aspects of a speech pattern: tone, timbre, and pitch. But there is a catch. The voice has to be in the spectrum that is specific to the person against whom it is used on. Like I said before, as there is no concrete evidence of what this ability is based on in the real world, but many posit that sonic waves and certain sound frequencies can control neural activity. Now, according to the Dune Encyclopedia, which is an expansion of the Dune universe but not written by Frank Herbert himself, there is an explanation of how the voice might work. It is way too technical in it, but I have simplified it here. The maximum hearing range for sound reception is 20,000 Hz for a human. Bene Gesserit training allows them to effectively use certain muscles in the larynx, like the thyroarytenoid, vocalis, and cricothyroid, to produce sound in the range of 25,000 to 35,000 Hz, which is way higher than the maximum. Don't get overwhelmed by these names. These are just specific muscles that create specific sounds. According to this expanded lore explanation, ancient humans had the ability to perceive much higher frequency sounds consciously. But over the time, that ability diminished and they could no longer perceive those sounds. So those frequencies or stimuli became extra perceptual, meaning something that is not perceived consciously. Now, all the sounds and auditory information are processed by a portion of the brain called the auditory cortex. So it is believed that the voice excites portions of the auditory cortex that channels that information only to the unconscious mind and not the conscious one, like the one we usually hear. Thus, the Bene Gesserit members are so well trained that they can produce sounds that impact the unconscious mind. Therefore, it can be said that they had perfected neuroscience and the physics of voice manipulation in their own mysterious ways. Let me remind you that this sci-fi explanation is all speculation based on the expanded Dune lore according to the Dune Encyclopedia. It depends if it is canon or not, but anyways, it does help to paint a little picture of the voice, and whatever it may be, it is uncanny. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and see you soon.